What up, what up, what up? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to whomever's tuning in from wherever you're tuning in from. A little bit of howler head, eh? Well, howdy do. First and foremost, I want everyone to know this episode is sponsored by no one, which is fine. They'll come, hopefully, maybe. We could try the promo codes anyway, though. Blizzard's Tavern, 20% off. Go to DoorDash.com/Blizzard's Tavern for 20% off your first order. Enter it, see what happens. We're going to need ourselves a sip before we get going here because we got a lot to talk about. There were some highs and lows from last week. Couple highs, couple lows. Start with a low. Mr. Potato Head. What the fuck? Trying to take away his Pen 15. Trying to take away his Didka. Trying to take away his stash. Trying to get rid of Mr. Potato Head was a top priority of a board meeting somewhere. Think about that. Let that settle in. There was a board meeting, probably on Zoom, but maybe, possibly in person, around a board table where they were having a discussion if they should kill off Mr. Potato Head. So what kind of action did I take? I did what any male in his early 30s would do. First thing in the morning, got online, and got me a Mr. Potato Head. You can't take this one. His stash stays. His Ditka stays. His Pen 15 stays. I don't think it comes with that attachment, but if it had one, it stays. Hasn't the dude had it hard enough? He's a potato. Let's start there. Have you ever seen any part of Toy Story that's gone really well for him? Anytime somebody wants to pat him in the back, his eyes fall off. Don't you have it hard enough if you can't take a pat on the back without your eyes escaping your body? Now they want to take away all of it. Meanwhile, he has a family. This man has a family. He's got kids. There's a Mrs. Potato Head. Why? What are we doing? Also found out our local Chinese place closed, which sucks. That's a real low. They are turning it into a dispensary, which is a weird repurposing, but I guess that goes low to high. Kind of a missed opportunity, though. Think about it. Chinese place could have stayed open. Split it 50-50 with the dispensary. Could have had Chinese food / dispensary, which is the most successful business of all time. You get your Pineapple Express and your Pineapple Chicken. One-stop shop. Here's a high from last week. Happy Gilmore 2. El Happy Gilmoro Numero Dos is a possibility. That's how you say it, by the way. That's a possibility. It actually could happen. Straight from the Sandman's mouth himself. He came out on the Dan Patrick Show with Shooter McGavin. They came out and said they're open to it. And I'm all for it. I know most people aren't going to be for it because sequels usually suck. I don't care. This one's going to rip. This one is absolutely going to rip. You got Happy, Shooter, Virginia, Caddy, Ben Stiller, right off the bat. Boom, 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 boom. Count me in. That's just the start. There's a lot of possibilities for extras in this movie. A lot of possibilities. How many people could you put in the crowd? They're talking about doing like the senior tour. How many people could you put in the crowd to play characters? Could put Ric Flair in the crowd. Ric Flair could replace the jackass guy. Instead of, you suck, you jackass. You could just have Ric Flair in full costume. Ric Flair out there just going, woo! Every time Happy wants to putt. Maybe that's the fight. Maybe he's moved up. Maybe Happy versus Ric Flair on the 9th green at 9. Could happen. Think they'll find a way to bring Chubbs back? Chubbs and the alligator? Maybe it's a tag team match. Oh, it's a tag team match. Happy Gilmore and Chubbs versus the Alligator and Ric Flair on the 9th green at 9. Special guest referee, the Penguin from Billy Madison. I'm building this damn movie. I want John Turturro, Steve Buscemi, Chris Farley. It's 2021. Figure it out. Unfortunately, Mr. Larson passed away. I don't know if they can find him to bring him back, but if they bring back Chris Farley, that'd be fun to see him play Mr. Larson. If they're going to figure out a way to bring back Chris Farley, you might as well bring back some other comedians too. If you're going to make the trip. Mitch Hedberg would be a fun one to see in there. All right. Happy's going to make a putt. That's cool. Happy Gilmore likes Subway too. All right. I saw Happy throw a stick into the woods. He was just putting it back with his family. That's cool. There's so many other characters that could pop into it. That's what's crazy. He could take so many other characters from the Sandlerverse and put them in this movie. Instead of Happy Gilmore, he decides to use a different character instead. It's Billy Madison. Billy Madison playing Happy Gilmore. Come on, boy. Just go to your home. Are you too good for your home? Answer me. He could have the caddy be clean-shaven this time. Just be 10-second Tom from 50 First Dates. It's the same guy. Every time Happy's trying to make a putt. Hi, I'm Tom. Or maybe the Joker could be his caddy. Maybe 10-second Tom is just a spectator. Every time that Happy Gilmore goes to tee off. And here we go. Shooter would hate that. Shooter would hate nothing more than to have a literal clown as Happy Gilmore's caddy. What, am I playing you today? No, I'm the caddy. Rob Schneider would be in it for sure. Rob Schneider as the delivery guy from Big Daddy. Happy Gilmore? You give him all the easy ones. He could do Zohan too. There could be a disco break every time that Happy makes a putt. Shooter would love that too. We're going to get in Shooter's head. Happy Gilmore and his friends are going to be living rent-free in Shooter's head. Disco, hey, disco, hey. Please, Happy. Please make it happen. And now for your Chicago sports update. The Hawks. The boys are going like Limp Bizkit, and they said, all right, partner, keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is. And they're getting wins and wins and wins and wins and wins. And Steve keeps calling the bus company and booking buses and booking buses and booking buses and booking confetti and booking buses. So what's it going to be? 10, 20, 30, 40 buses? What's it going to be? Couple guardrails? Couple buses? Couple confetti guns? Couple people? And while we're talking about teams that play at 1901 West Madison, I think it's fitting to bring up a certain man from a certain team that happens to be a certain all-star, the Zach LaVine. All-star Zach LaVine. And as for the Bears, the quarterback search continues. Now with Russell Wilson in the mix. And probably Sierra. We've been checking out a lot of different cooking shows lately. And there's a vast difference between the American-based cooking shows and the UK cooking shows. And it's not really the food, it's not really the contestants, it's the judges. The judges of these cooking shows are so insanely different if you watch them back to back. The judges in the UK cooking shows, they give props. They are positive. They give positive feedback. Even if they didn't like the dish, they're constructive about it. What you did with this dish, truly remarkable. Great on the palate, great flavors, great depth, great texture. I did think it could use a little bit more sugar, but for the most part, absolutely remarkable. Then you go over to the American shows, and these judges tear these contestants apart. Mind you, the contestants that are on these shows usually either have their own bakery, they usually have their own food truck, restaurant, work at some high-end restaurant in some large city. These are highly skilled, highly capable cooks that you just gave 12 minutes to make a 13-layer cake with 12 different flavors, and halfway through that, while they're halfway done, you throw in some crazy ingredient that nobody would put into a cake. Okay, bakers, real quick. Need you to put your stuff down. We need you to incorporate Sharpies. Bakers, you have 30 minutes left. Oh, and by the way, we need you to wrap your cake in wallpaper. Bakers, you have 12 minutes left. We need you to install a USB port into your cake. Bakers, 3 minutes left. We need you to make your cake have a 401k. Bakers, 5 minutes left. We need your cake to have the ability to stream Disney+. Bakers, 18 minutes left. We need your cake to include a jar of pickles and a couch cushion. Then at the conclusion of all of this, they tear them apart. They talk about how terrible it is, how disgusting, how it absolutely tastes like garbage, and half the time, one of those 3 judges isn't even a food expert. They had a guy and there was a figure skater, judging a chef. Okay, that makes sense. Makes about as much sense. He's trying to take away Mr. Potato Head's mister. His Ditka. His pen 15. His mustache. Makes no sense. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. God, that song rocked. What if The Rock did a promo for them? Like, the kids can still stay, do their thing. That guy can still sing the song, but The Rock does a promo at the end to, like, convince you to bring your car in. Finally, you have called to donate your vehicle. And while we have received donations from millions and millions of Chicago area residents, I just have one question. What kind of vehicle are you donating? Oh, well, it doesn't matter what kind of vehicle, because whether it's a pile of crap, jabroni, know your role, and shut your mouth. They just have him do that on the radio for, 20 minutes. 20-minute airspace. It's worth paying 20 minutes for. If you're going to pay The Rock to do 20 minutes, you might as well get your money's worth. By the way, if you ever see me doing that face in public, it's not me striking a pose or anything. This is what I do. It's usually in a public bathroom when somebody's dying. I use my upper mustache as a filter. You guys didn't know you could do that, did you? You just breathe your own air. And if I'm going, that's me wondering if I need to call 911 because something died. Speaking of public bathrooms, if I ever become president, which should absolutely never happen, but we've seen some things now. If I ever became, if I ever became president, I already got this. If I ever became president, the absolute first thing, the first law that I'm signing, it's the most important one on my list, right off the bat. Every public bathroom must have a soundtrack at a certain volume level too. And I think most people will agree with me. The last thing that I want to hear when having to use a public bathroom is somebody's insides becoming outside in HD. Give me a soundtrack. Give me a little something to drown out the noise. Anything. I don't care if it could be the Aladdin soundtrack. It could be Moana. Honestly, I could go on and on. I can explain every natural phenomenon. The tide, the grass, the ground. Well, that was Maui just messing around. I'll do that. That's fine. It could be the Titanic. That would actually be kind of funny. I think it would make going to a public bathroom a little more tolerable. Imagine walking into a bathroom with a soundtrack. As soon as you do, I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Be like the Ace Ventura sliding door, but the bathroom door. A whole new world. A dazzling, never knew It'd be really funny in that case to require certain establishments to play certain music too. Like require Olive Garden to play DMX in their bathroom. You just walk in. Cheesecake Factory's got to play metal music. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 bum 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 bum. Dun dun dun. Make Hobby Lobby play like Bone Thugs' greatest hits. Go in there to buy like some placemats and some like fake plants. Like, oh, hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. Yeah, before we head out, I want to run to the bathroom. Walk in the bathroom chair. And I'm gonna miss everybody. And I'm gonna miss everybody. No. And I'm gonna miss everybody. Oh, the whole store is 50% off? Yeah, just load up like 3 carts. I'm just gonna run to the bathroom real quick before we head out. Boom, 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 boom. Had it all, got it all. And on that note, to Bill Brasky.